Welcome to He Said, She Said. I didn't let you do anything.
You said I wasn't doing anything anyway, so I just thought I'd sit here and look pretty like you told me.
So I am Kathy.
I'm Keith.
And I'm the right one.
Though she's on the left, but not that left.
What a way to start the show.
Is that it?
So, yeah, this is our intro time. See, it says welcome.
Okay. Welcome
to He Said, She Said.
I got to learn to make a cricket noise for moments like this.
We're working on getting a soundboard because I have...
I don't know.
That's your cricket?
Yep. I got no wings. I can't rub them together, so.
That is a very interesting cricket. So, how's your week been?
It's a much better week. I've been actually enjoyed it.
Is it better because nobody said that they like laughing at you?
No, if we want to look at it that way, I didn't get any responses from last week's show. I was very surprised.
Well, part of it's because I didn't do it.
You mean you didn't do it?
Well,
didn't do what?
If you went live, if you saw the live or you replayed the live, you got to see it. But if you went to YouTube, I didn't load it. You're supposed to be the tech guy.
I don't know how to do this stuff. Told you, I'm analog, not digital.
We got to teach you. You got to learn. You got to do the.
That's fine.
You got to do the technical stuff. But
I'm happy to learn this stuff. I enjoy doing the video and the audio production.
Well, we are using a new live stream system. So we're on my Facebook profile page.
Okay.
And Peculiar Productions page. And
Good.
we're live on YouTube.
And YouTube.
And YouTube.
Nice.
So if you are on any of these platforms, you can leave a comment and we'll see it. The system StreamYard will feed us the information and we'll know you're here.
Good.
So I posted what questions we're going to be talking about, maybe. And, well, he doesn't know what my question is.
Bastard. 3 times. 3 times. She just stares at the laptop.
I was working. Somebody has to do this. I told you, you're just sitting there looking pretty. And so 8 seconds. You ready?
Yep.
What's your question?
First this week?
Always.
Okay. My question this week is, do you think college is affordable?
Do I get to go first?
Yes, you get to go first this time.
I think college was always affordable.
I've known her 40 years. 40
You
years.
set yourself up every week.
I had long, curly, beautiful head of hair 40 years ago. I did. I don't know if it has anything to correlate with each other, but
causation and
that's not fair. You can see the monitor.
So causation and correlation aren't always the same thing. Quit bumping the table. It's you, it's not me.
Told you, 40 years.
Yes, college can be rough, but the main reason that college is not affordable for most people is 1, they go in with wrong expectations. 2, they go in without a plan. And 3, they go in expecting it to magically pay for itself.
Yes.
So it's not that it's not affordable. It's that we have not properly developed a college financial plan.
That's pretty big from an unscheduler.
Mm-hmm.
How did you do it?
How did I do it?
Tell us more.
You don't like my story.
You got a full ride scholarship to the University of South Alabama.
I did, for my ACT score, which was almost...
Elaborate.
It was almost perfect at the time.
Go ahead.
It was you could get a 33 at the time, and I got you could get a 32 at the time, and I got a 31. So they offered me a full ride scholarship, and I came down there and blew it my first year.
How so?
How so? I made a bad grade. Bad grade.
Yes.
But in my
but-
defense, I had gone, it was the major part of the course. The professor would go over your material with you. I went to him. He said, everything's looking great. Just keep up the good work. And I continued down that path, and then he failed me. And I didn't know then that you could argue. I know anybody that knows me is shocked that I didn't know I could argue, but I did not know that you could protest a grade that a professor gave you. But I know now.
Okay.
So
you think it was always affordable,
yes,
depending on whether you have a plan
and utilize that plan.
and put it into play.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, I've kind of got a reason that I asked that question.
I'm shocked.
Well, it's, I am a planner. I need a list. I need a place to check everything off as we go, possibly write in the date and time and get someone to initial it that actually did it. It makes me feel better. I like a paper trail. Even in this digital world, I keep receipts. I create
Paper
copies.
receipts.
I have a paper trail. Ain't nobody pulling nothing over on me.
I do it every day. Don't let him fool you.
I rewind a few minutes and you'll see 40 years.
40 years
40
we've known
years
each other.
we've known each other.
I'm only 32.
Mm-hmm. Times 2. I knew I'd get you to hit me sooner or later. Okay. Here's the thing.
All serious now, right?
Our 2 oldest went to Snead State Community College, just literally down the road from Gunnersville. They used FAFSA money, which used to be called a Pell Grant, right? So there is opportunity for money depending on the household's income. Then you get rated by that income and can get money from the government still.
Right.
FAFSA. That's what they did. And they got, they maintained over a 3.5 grade point average each. And they got what's called a presidential transfer scholarship.
They got that from me.
To Jacksonville State. That's great. There worked some, took time out. So having to pay for some of the classes at this point, almost done. I'm very proud of them. I couldn't put how much into words because those 2 and our youngest are far better people than I will ever be. The youngest,
we've had this discussion,
is going to Snead State in dual enrollment because their dual enrollment at Snead State Community College right now is free. You can take a class as a 10th, 11th.
It's not
10th,
free. You get
11th,
scholarship
10th,
money.
11th and 12th grade high school student, and it costs you nothing. It pays for tuition, it pays for fees, and it pays for books. So
you better hope that wasn't just for us.
I wanted to really promote that because that's a big, big deal. And looking up how much it costs for 12 hours, that's 4 classes at Snead, it costs $2,028. So you compare that against almost any other university. Oh, and that doubles for out of state. So going in state, going local at a community college to begin with, looking into FAFSA money, you can go to college. You can afford to go to college. You just have to ask for assistance, speak with somebody locally, talk to a counselor at your local community college. They'll be happy to get you set up.
Thank you. Snead thanks you. And now that you've brought up Ask, some of you may have seen on my social media last night, I posted a thing about Ask. And so often we are doing something big in our lives. We're making a big change. We're making a big adjustment. And we know people around us that we think might be able to either give us an introduction or help us in the process or something, but we're afraid to ask. And I challenged everybody last night to ask. And in one of my groups, someone said that in Dutch, in the Netherlands, they have a saying that says, you always have a no, but you can get a yes, or something close to that. And I'm sure I just destroyed it, but it doesn't matter because I made a mug with that saying on it. And you can go over to the store and see the mug along with other Peculiar Production products, including the t-shirt Born to be Peculiar.
Cool.
So remember, ask. It's very important. That was
your commercial
segue.
Very good. That's a segue.
And
what's your question then?
Well, before we get to my question, I just want to point out how much organized you like, how much you like your lists, because it was only a few years ago that you made me aware of the fact that I ruined every party we ever had for you. And we didn't have them for you. Every party we ever had was ruined because I would give him a list that included everything, including fence the property. And he would be stressing out. There'd be 100 things.
Build a barn.
And
bush hog the front 15 acres.
Yeah. He'd be trying to work through this list of 100 different things and the party's in 2 hours. And he finally said, this is stressing me out. So I just gave him a list of 3 things. So I didn't know that stressed you until a few years ago. I did know you cleaned when you were mad, which is always fun. So my question is,
did you end up making me upset now to ask the question?
What is your all-time favorite movie and why? I'm going deep into the psyche today.
Wow. The all-time favorite movie and why?
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. Depending on the day, depending on the genre, it can change. That's why I can't say that I've got a favorite song or a favorite movie or, okay, right now.
Okay. Yeah. Right now. What's your favorite movie right now? Right this second.
Right at this moment.
We got to give a nod to Grease.
He's not from mine.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't. You can nod to it. Mine will be right now, Blues Brothers.
I don't even know if I've ever seen it all the way through.
I don't even know you.
I don't think I would have been able to watch it when it came out.
I don't know that you could sit and watch it now.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
We're different people. We have different tastes about things like that.
Really?
Yeah.
We have different tastes.
Well, you asked about.
Mine's better.
Boy, you get me in trouble right now. Blues Brothers.
Uh-huh.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yep.
John Belushi.
I know who's in it. You quote it all the time.
They might not.
Yeah, they do. If they're watching you, they know.
So is it the new Bluesmobile or what? Fix the cigarette lighter. You boys got my cheese whiz?
Okay. Cigarette lighter. For those of you who don't know.
Yeah, cars used to have cigarette lighters.
Yeah.
And little cigarette windows. That was a little triangular. You have no idea. You know what a clutch is?
It's one of those plays in a tough time.
Yeah, that is one definition of it. It's a holdover from their Saturday Night Live skit. Plus, they sang music. Belushi, Aykroyd, amazing. Belushi could sing. Aykroyd playing the harmonica. All different types of characters in the story. running punchlines. They broke my watch. There's at least 3 different times during the movie that car crashes, a police chase through a mall full of people. Carrie from Star Wars.
Fisher.
Carrie Fisher as the jilted girlfriend of Belushi, constantly trying to shoot them, run over them, etc. What about your movie?
Thank you. I appreciate it. All that time you get my movie.
Well, you shouldn't have asked why.
My favorite movie, probably one of my favorite movies of all time, is the pirate movie.
It's not a nod to Grease?
Grease 2, because we used to.
No,
and
that's
Grease 2.
that's a
And
totally
Grease
different movie.
2. Grease 2, and the pirate movie. And we used to sit at the dorm at University of South Alabama. And we would watch those and sing along to all of them. So the pirate movie. And if you've never seen the pirate movie, it is a farce. Would you call it a farce?
Oh, yes, very
it's a
much
farce.
so.
It's a musical farce.
It is.
And with Christy
McNichol.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know his name from Blue Lagoon.
Nope, been too long.
The guy, not Brooke Shields, from Blue Lagoon. He's in it.
And why?
Why?
Because it is a farce? Because it's a musical?
Oh, it's just it's got a happy ending. Give me a happy ending every time.
Is the song at the end of the movie.
And I sing the songs all the time. So it's, I mean, I know this is going to shock you, but I like happy endings, and I like feel good movies, and I like things that bring me joy and that can annoy our 16-year-old.
Okay.
Because it annoys him when we sing along.
Yes. We make up songs and we do sing along. He doesn't appreciate that. It embarrasses him.
When we're here by ourselves, it embarrasses him. What was it I did today? And he sighed from all the way in his room. I don't remember.
You sang something.
Yeah. So
that was it.
He doesn't appreciate it. I appreciate it. My older children appreciate it, but they'll never tell you they do.
It's time for another break.
It is.
It is.
What are you going to talk about?
I'm not talking about anything. You're going to talk about.
Oh, that's right. I am in the process of working on a course for you to write your book, to take you from a book idea all the way through to a polished manuscript ready for an agent, a publishing company,
Right.
or Peculiar Productions.
Mm-hmm.
And you can visit catherinelang.com to email me and talk to me about it, or you can come over to Peculiar Productions. We'll be posting all the information pretty soon. We'll have a master course that will only be limited to 5 people. And we'll also have a intro course that anybody can sign up and take to get you from where you're thinking about a book to where you have a book.
Okay.
So that's what I've been working on.
How long does the intro course last?
The intro course is 8 weeks.
Oh, okay. So that goes along with your book, 8 weeks to write your book.
Well, yes, but
your book, that's 8 weeks to write your book.
The book is 8 hours to publish.
I thought it was 8 weeks to write your book. 8 hours to publish.
8 hours to publish.
So you can make another book.
Right. 8 weeks to write your book.
8 weeks to write your book.
Yes.
8 hours to publish your book.
Exactly.
Nice.
I like it.
See, there's a plan and a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did anybody contact you with a question this week?
They have not. Has anybody asked you a question that you can think of?
No.
Other than Tom asking you why you married me?
No, he quit waiting for that answer.
I know he worried. Hard.
Oh, he wasn't worried about it. He doesn't worry about anything.
That's very true. That's very true. Everybody else that knew that you were going to marry me.
Everybody else didn't know.
Everybody else you knew you were going to marry me because they just didn't want you to.
That's truer than I'll let on.
So I'll ask you a question that people have talked about,
Okay.
because we've known each other for, like you said, 40 years, is when did you know you wanted to marry me? And you can't use when I told you.
Well, I seriously thought about it when we first dated.
Wow.
At 18 and 15.
Yeah.
I was 1 year out of high school, and you were 1 year into high school.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, you've never told me that.
Well, there you go.
Just trying to keep some secrets between us.
Nope.
Some mystery in the relationship.
No, I've told you before that I felt that we should have gotten married when we first dated, but there were things we had to learn, things we had to overcome, and
It wasn't on my plan.
When did you think we'd get married, honey?
When I was 23.
What step in the plan was that?
After college.
Tell us your steps in your plan, Kathy.
My plan was to graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, and then get married. That's my plan.
That's the whole plan. It's only been in the last probably few months I've said, what were the next steps in your plan?
Mm-hmm.
And they were,
I don't know.
there weren't any. She achieved them all.
No.
It's all downhill from there.
Hey, I have done.
I should say smooth sailing.
Not downhill.
Well, it's either skating downhill or riding down the wave.
No, I'm still climbing the mountain, man. I'm still climbing the mountain. Still going.
What?
Still creating as I go, because I knew that I was designed on purpose and for a purpose. I've never doubted that in my life.
Oh, I never had any idea. I felt that I had no purpose and I was a mistake.
And, well, I'm sorry. But I never thought that about you, and I still don't think that about you.
That's good.
You're on purpose.
I hope not.
That's why I married you. And it almost.
That's why you married me?
Yeah, because I thought you were awesome.
Oh, okay. To quote the movie,
and I love.
You make me want to be a better man.
And I love the way you would look at me.
Yep.
It always made me happy and warm and fuzzy, and I always felt safe around you. I always knew
you were always safe around me.
I knew that I was safe
you
around
are always safe. You
Yes.
will always be safe around me.
Yes. But as far as my plan goes, because I know that
It ended at getting married.
My plan didn't end at getting married. It then became the unscheduled part of me, where I've got.
I sure wish you had had a plan after that sucker. Because I didn't.
Well, I knew that we were going places. I knew that we were doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that we were building, not just for us, but we were, these boys had been placed in our lives and we were stewards over them. And we were working to build in them a foundation that would allow them to be what they were designed to be. And digging.
Yeah, it took me a long time to figure that out.
Yeah. Digging into.
I just told your dad about that today. He said investing in ministry would certainly include anything that had to do with the boys. And I said, I agree. It took me a long time to figure out that our first ministry, okay, is Callan Press and Spencer.
Right. Because God put them in our lives to entrust us with his boys. They're God's children.
Right.
And I just knew that inherently from the beginning. And so I was trying to invest in them, and I hope that it shows. But along the way, I kind of lost my voice and my place and my purpose, and have slowly been digging out of that hole, partly because I listened to what other people told me I was supposed to be, which never ends well.
But most other people, I won't say all, because there's a few in each of our lives that have been very supportive of us, no matter what. and probably shouldn't have been in some of those times, but have been there, are there, will always be there. And they were good with whatever it was. They would be supportive.
Yeah.
And so that's how we've tried to be with our three. And we try to be with our friends and family. And heck, even through Peculiar Productions with people that we may have never met before.
Yeah. We because being designed on purpose and for purpose is so important to me. And the boys know it. I've instilled it and I say it to anybody. I mean, I say it to strangers. One of our sons was in the hospital, and the guy that was rolling him out after he was released, I was asking that kid, what is it that you want to be? What is it you're uniquely designed to do? What are you interested in? So it's just second nature to me. Everybody is uniquely designed on purpose and for a purpose. And because of that, because I knew that, I still know that, I don't doubt that, I didn't have to have a specific plan after college. I went to college, got education, got experience, learned some more, made connections, built relationships. And then I was ready to implement the next step, which I didn't have a clue what it's going to be.
I had no plan, no purpose, other than party all the time and hang on to that for a lifetime at that point. And Mom and Dad wanted me to go to college to get a better job so I could make more money. And that was it. It wasn't really to learn anything. It wasn't to get an education. It was so that I could do better than they did. But that's
what gets people in trouble. Going back to that first question.
That's unfortunately, that's not enough.
Yeah. That's what gets people into trouble in college is they're going because they think this piece of paper, this degree from this university is going to land me the $1 million job. And you never become a millionaire working for somebody else.
Well, it's not even necessary. It's not going to magically happen.
Oh, never.
It's not going to suddenly drop into your lap.
I mean, even if you were to win the lottery, you had to do something to win the lottery.
Well, you had to do something, yes.
Yeah, there's action required in order to get to those end results.
Right. But on that side note, even if you win the lottery, a great many of those that win the lotteries within 2 years are bankrupt. They have less than they had before they won the lottery because they have no idea how to handle that much money.
Yeah.
They think it'll last forever.
But
it won't.
It is up to you. Your college is up to you. Finding your way is up to you. Learning what your favorite movie is up to you. Nobody else can tell you what it's going to be,
right.
even if you want to give a nod to Grease. But learning your unique self, learning what is special to you, discovering your superpowers is going to make it easier for you to make the choices that work for you.
We all have our own particular gifts and talents. And unfortunately, there are times when people say, you'll never make any money doing that.
Yeah.
You'll never get a job around here doing that. Mm-hmm. You'll have to do something else full time, and they might let you do that.
Yeah. But as we were reading in Jeremiah today, Jeremiah, who was a prophet and wandered around in rags and was thrown into dungeons and dirty prisons and whatnot. When God said, go buy land, he had the money to go buy it. So we don't know what it is God has planned for us, but we have to trust that his plan will work out his way and just keep leaning into him and stepping that direction.
And that's tough, which is why you have to hang on to that faith and grow in that. If no other relationship, that is the relationship. If you're not growing in that one, it's like Solomon says, everything is meaningless. Everything is meaningless without a relationship with God.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Keith.
And we are
He said.
She Said.